Hey everybody, so we're out here at the apiary and Jennifer was going through the nuke, the one that had that textbook queen emergence, and we have the queen. I've already primed up my marker, but there she is. You can see these workers don't want to leave her. That's her right there. So I'm going to go ahead and mark her. We know this is a 2017 queen. She just hatched, or just emerged would be the proper way of saying it. I'm not an artist, so I'm sure this doesn't quite meet with certain standards, but there we go. There she is. Here, I'll set it down so you don't have to worry about me holding it. I might be able to film through the side for you. This is the Mann Lake one-hand trap. So I'm just going to let that sit there for a minute and let that dry before we put her back in the hive. But up here, the workers can get out of the slats. So this is almost like a queen excluder. So you take it, and if the queen were right on top of this frame, you would just, you have the door open and you would set this down right on top of her and then slowly slide the door closed. And then when you tip it back over, all the worker bees can come out of here and, generally speaking, just leave the queen in there, but it's kind of hard to get the workers and the queen away from each other. And then you just slowly raise this plunger up and get her so she's on her belly on the plunger and bring her back up to the queen excluder, and you can mark her like you saw us do. So there we are, our brand new queen. So I want to show this to you guys. This is out of the first split that we did, and this on nice black plastic foundation and young comb. You can see these day-old eggs really well. So this queen is still at work. We're going to go ahead and add on an extra box to this hive because they have started drawing comb on the last few frames on the topmost box, and this queen clearly needs the space. So we need to give the bees space to draw the comb so the queen can start laying even more eggs. Guess who Jennifer found? Carmen Sandiego. Now she was hatched last year at least, so I am going to mark her with a white, which should have been for 2016. But with any luck, this means we can find her a little easier in the future. So this is Mom. This is the queen from the original colony. Laid the egg for the queen for that, the queen for the other split. And there we go. We'll set that back on top of the hive and let it dry for a few minutes before we release her. But finally, we have got Carmen Sandiego marked.
Tell them how hard she was to find.
I went through the entire box once myself, and Jennifer had already found the queen over in the nuke, and I said, what do you want to do? Since you're on a roll, do you want to try to find Carmen, or do you want to see if we can pull honey off of the main hive? And she said, I'll go ahead and look for Carmen. She went through the entire bottom since it was open already, couldn't find her, went up to the second box, and about halfway in the middle, right where you are supposed to be able to find the queen, found her there. So there you go.
Where those beautiful eggs are.
Yeah, it was where those eggs are that we showed you earlier. She wasn't on there before, or at least I couldn't see her.